Hi, Farmhouse Living. I'm Holly Hayes. Welcome to my home. It's been forever. Hi, it's so good to see you. My husband and I got married and moved here about 4 years ago, and I had always done a lot of work in the anti-trafficking community and world, but when we moved to Austin, really found that there wasn't a big anti-trafficking organization already, so I started one. So I've been running Sanctuary Project for the last 2.5 years, and we employ and empower survivors of trafficking, violence, and addiction. I'm a survivor myself. I came out of that life about 19.5 years ago, and all the women at Sanctuary Project have a survivor story. We make jewelry, so all the jewelry I'm wearing. I've always had a passion for design, all things jewelry and fashion and even home decor. So this is a hobby for me. It's really fun.
I'm a minimalist.
I am too. And so it's funny because it feels finished to me as well. So what ended up happening was I hired a decorator, which I've never done in my life, but I was like, I don't have time for this. Right. And then we moved all our stuff in and I was like, it's done. It doesn't need a thing.
It's so done.
Because I think my style is really traditional. And if we had done more, it would have felt very traditional. But because we did very little, it actually feels modern farmhouse. Because you know, even though all the furniture is traditional. But it still has that modern farmhouse.
It's got a little European flair with your fireplace and the mantle.
A little. It's funny. So the fireplace and the hood and the mirror above the fireplace and stuff. This is totally inspired by our place in Paris. So we have this fireplace and antique mirror that's original in our apartment in Paris. It's like the actual, the like French. And so this is like the one sort of nod to that.
But it goes these days because European farmhouse is a thing.
Yeah. It's a thing.
It's a thing. You're ahead of your time.
We're on trend.
Yeah.
Luckily, because I just loved it. I was like, I kind of was unsure about what to do over the fireplace. And then when we were at our place in Paris over Christmas, I was like, this is what we need to do.
Absolutely.
I do love that you didn't do a ton and a lot. Like you left white space with just a room to breathe.
Yeah. And it was a tough call because I think there's a lot of white in here, but I think that's what balanced, like we talked about that's for me what creates modern farmhouse is all the open white space, because really everything I've put in here is quite traditional or country. But all the white space is what makes it feel modern, and the windows and the actual architecture.
When you were building your house, did you feel like your style was modern? What would you call your style before you moved everything in?
I mean, I want to be modern farmhouse. I think what I actually am is actually quite traditional. Yeah. I mean, my what I'm drawn to is like formal, traditional, very French. I would say like French chateau, very not even like country French, like just straight city French.
Yeah.
So our Paris apartment was easy for me. I mean, that was our easiest place to decorate because it was like, okay, toile everything and formal spaces and antiques and but because we're in Austin and because we have this, really country atmosphere, I wanted to blend Jeff's sort of techie side and my more French side and the fact that we're here in the countryside and bring it all together into something that felt modern and French and farmhousey. Yeah. So I think we've kind of created that and
I think you've
in a really
done
minimalist way.
Well, Mom and I just did a video telling people they don't have to define their style.
Okay, so I love it.
You don't have to. You don't have to decide what you are.
Don't put yourself in a box.
I love that.
Just pick what you want.
Don't put yourself in a boxwood.
Yes.
But it's funny because little things like the fireplace, we were going more modern farmhouse, I guess you would say, with like some these kind of rustic tiles around it.
Oh, yeah.
And then I made a last minute pivot and I was like, no, I saw a picture of this and I was like, I need this. And even over here with the hood, we ended up pivoting last moment to do something more traditional because I just felt like it was turning to modern.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I tried to make everything really classic just because we built this as like our forever home.
Yeah.
We'll see if it's really forever, but we did want to build it with that in mind, that it's someone's forever home and So we wanted to make really classic neutral choices. I remember when we were first building, you and I actually talked about doing black. We were going to do a black kitchen like you did, which we ended up doing black kitchen in the barn. Yeah. But then I kind of at the last moment was like, I don't want to do it anymore. Like I want like clean, white, pure, it could have existed in any time period, you know, like this could be from the 60s or it could be from the 90s or it could be from the 2035s. Yeah. So we wanted to just do something super duper classic. This is my little family. It's okay to have a rattle.
Yeah. We're casual.
This is Jeff and Havana. Hello. Havana just turned 1. Jeff just turned what, 43? 3. So yeah, this is our little family, and we've been married for 4 years. Yeah. It'll be 4 years in September, actually. So just next week, 2 weeks. Yeah. Oh, and this little one came along. Oh. Say hi.
Hi. She's like smiling at the camera.
Say hi. Okay, so welcome to Havana's barn.
Oh my God.
She has her own little baby barn world. This is her favorite. So she has her little garden over here, and that's her llama and her horse. Those are 2 animals that Mommy and Daddy don't have, so she has those.
She has her own.
Someone's ready for a nap.
She's ready for a nap. Me too.
And then she has her second home over here in Paris.
Oh my gosh, Holly. Yeah.
So this is her Paris home. So she has her little Eiffel Tower and her little horse-drawn carriage. And all her fluffy little Parisian pink things.
Wow.
So we know, okay, this is our Texas home and this is our Paris home.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
This is little Havana's room. She's obsessed with light fixtures, so this is her favorite. She, like, anytime we lift her up, she wants to touch it. It's so cute. And then there was a little place in Paris when she was still in my tummy, actually, that we saw this, like, the little wire sign. I love it. So we had that made for her. What else about your room, sweetheart? This is her little tea set, and these are her friends. So they can have tea and look out at the pasture and the barn and everything out her little window. So okay, I have a lot of trouble working out. I'm not someone who works out. Like, I'm just not a fitness person. And I'm a CEO. I manage a team of 12. I am busy. I'm busy all the time. And so Jeff and I were talking about like what would motivate me to work out, and I said maybe if I had like a pink treadmill, if I had like a pink gym. So lo and behold, we found a pink treadmill. I have my tiny pink weights, my tiny pink yoga mat.
Okay, these are the smallest weights I've ever seen.
I think they're 1 pound. Yeah. Yeah.
But you know what? You look great.
Oh, you're very kind. Thank you. So this is our master. This is one room we're probably going to do more with, but we don't know what yet. But I also just like that it's minimal and it's white and it's clean and it feels really soft. I have this spray too so this smells like a spa. So I literally like spray this in the home. Right. So that every time we come in, it smells like hotel spa. Isn't that incredible?
Where did you get this, Paris?
No, so I got this in a Cosbox. Do you know about Cosbox?
No, but
We're doing a plug for Cosbox all of a sudden. Yes. Actually, subscribe to Cosbox because Sanctuary Project is going to have a piece in Cosbox for the holiday box.
Oh, wow.
But this came randomly in a Cosbox, and it's got some like essential oils. It has like, I don't even know what's in it, but
it's amazing.
It is French, so I guess that's what makes it so good. I don't even know. I don't know what it is or where someone else could get it, but.
Wow.
It's so good. Mm-hmm. This is our master suite. We did the big soaking tub, which is like heavenly. I'm a big chandelier in bathrooms fan, so we wanted to keep this pretty simple and minimal, but just do like the chandelier and make that kind of the only decorated element in here, I guess I would say. And then the scent, the spa scent.
Yes.
I'm loving that you weren't afraid to mix metals, because people are doing it now, but people are still a little bit unsure about it.
Yeah.
I love it though.
Yeah, I kind of feel like we could do one of two things. Like we could forever fight the metals we chose because we wanted to choose a consistent metal for all of our fixtures, but I knew I was going to want to bring in golds, and so I love the polished chrome, but I'm never going to stop loving gold. But this stuff is, I wanted to do something really classic with the fixtures because this stuff is more forever.
Right.
And a light fixture I can switch out just with trends, and that's kind of how I like to decorate, is like keep everything really classic, really simple, really muted, and then switch out light fixtures and accent pillows for trends. Yeah, it's a cheap way to stay up to date. So this room we actually built just for this piano. So when we first moved to Austin, what we decided we wanted to get each other for a wedding gift was an antique grand piano. So this is actually a full-size grand. It's an antique from 1903. And we had it restored. We're actually friends with the guy who restored it, and so he restored this for us and comes in periodically and plays it for us, which is such a gift. But we built this room just for this piano, so we really wanted it to be the first thing you saw when you walk in the home, to kind of say like, okay, you've been out in this barn country world and you've just driven by some cows, but as soon as you enter this space, this is actually a more formal space, and we want to really create that feeling right away when you walk through the door. So all the windows they're meant to just kind of like shine light on the piano, and then I love that your eye just gets pulled out to everything around you too, but this is such a statement piece. So my degree is in musical theater, so I actually still now sing as a hobby. I lead worship, but I also have a pianist who comes in and plays show tunes for me once a week, and I get to, like an hour where I get to just sing show tunes for no audience, for no reason other than just because I love it and I miss singing all this stuff. So we have all our like Broadway show tunes books that I forgot to put away, but that's why those are there. Wow. Everyone comes running. Hey guys! Hey everyone! Jackie! Are those babies, Holly? There's two babies. So Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis had babies in the spring. And then, so everyone's named after presidents or first ladies. So we have Teddy Roosevelt, Calvin Coolidge, Rutherford B. Hayes, Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis, Abigail Adams, Lady Bird Johnson, and Woodrow Wilson. Oh. They don't want the Fritos. They're just too excited. There's the cows.
Look how cute they are. Yes. They're small. Oh, it's kind of
I know, they're kind of like skipping along.
Okay. Can I go in there and pet him?
Holly, can I kiss him?
Yeah, I'll come in with you too. Okay. They're really friendly. They're sweethearts. Chickatown Town.
Hot Chick Salon.
So we have the Hot Chick Saloon. This is Chicken Church, and this is the jail, and then over here is the chicken coop. So we have the full town. Everybody's probably really hot today, so they're staying over there in the shade.
Doing?
Dancing? He is such a little ham. He's like trying to get.
Did you see that chicken?
He's trying to get on.
He's trying to get on camera.
Oh my goodness.
He's like, "Are you here from Magnolia Network?"
Yes.
Oh my. Vineyard came with the property. When we bought the property, all that was here was a dirt driveway, some dirt here, the barn, but it was just a horse barn, and then the vineyard. And someone had bought the property with the intention of turning it into a horse property and building a home, but they ended up getting transferred and just selling kind of midway through the project. But they had just planted this vineyard. So it's a Spanish Tempranillo grape. I don't drink, so yeah, I literally don't even know what that means. But people always ask, like, what kind is it? But so Jeff has learned how to tend to the vines, which has been a really cool adventure, and actually has made a lot of scripture come alive, because we're experiencing what Jesus talks about when he talks about how he's the vine and we're the branches, and he talks about pruning away the dead vines. And one thing we've learned that's really interesting about the vines is that if you don't prune away everything that's not the main branch, that the fruit, it won't bear fruit. And so when he's talking about that, he's basically saying, when he's saying like abide in me, he's talking about that one branch, right? And that if you don't prune away everything else, that it literally doesn't bear fruit. And so when he's talking about us bearing fruit, we've learned like, oh, it's actually literal. He's talking about a literal bearing of fruit. So right now it's a raisin farm.
Because we live in Texas.
Yeah, so these are our raisins.
What's the Bible say about that?
Yeah. Design and how we created, the pool. So this is inspired by my favorite hotel in Napa, in Calistoga. And they have a pool that's, that only has decking on the two sides, and then that's just open to a lawn, and then with the view of the vineyard. So this is our little mini Napa resort. So we like to keep the little reserved signs on the lounge chairs so that we can feel like we have a resort at home, especially since we can't go to resorts anymore.
No.
So this is our little mini Napa.
It's so cute.
We reserved this for you guys today.
Thank you.
Yeah, you each get one.
Yes. So we just toured your home and we met your cow.
Sorry.
You've been in it.
I thought we were having a photo.
We're gonna do a photo, but we're
I was like, okay.
Jeez. Oh, where can people find you online if they want to,
Oh yeah, so you can follow me at Holly Christine Hayes. You can follow Sanctuary Project if you are interested in jewelry and our anti-trafficking work at @_Sanctuary Project.
Alrighty, it's been a fun tour.
It's been so great. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes. So we were back from Austin, and the cows are worth 3-hour drive.
Absolutely. Cows with bangs. They're the best.
So we're so excited to take you on a tour of Holly's home. Not only does she have a beautiful home, but she has a beautiful heart.
Yes.
And so I actually found Holly on Jamie Ivey's podcast 3 years ago, some amount of years ago, and I wanted to order a candle. I was like, I'm really touched by your testimony because she has a crazy, awesome story of redemption.
Yeah.
And
she's bringing others into that same story.
Yeah, and so I was just like so amazed by it, and I was like, I want to order candles so her company makes candles and jewelry. I was like, I want to carry them in my store. She drove all the way from Austin and delivered us candles 3 hours, and we became friends. So that was how, and it's funny because when we first met, she was renovating her barn that they lived in on that property. Yes. While they built that home. So
she tells us all about it. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. So anyways, we hope you enjoyed the tour. There are more photos on the blog, more details and photos and things like that. We're gonna keep going on home tours and doing DIY projects and all the things on this channel. So make sure that you
like and subscribe. Share.
She always adds share.
Yeah, share with your friends because they'll want to see the cow with bangs.
I'll put it, no. And there's also a bald chicken with like a,
who doesn't want to see that?
She has, what are they called? The fluffy hens. She has little chickens and she's a show chicken. Anyways, we're gonna wrap this up. Have a good day, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe.